Let me tell you about the time when I was 13 and severely depressed. YouTube was my comfort place. YouTube was everything to me. When my emotions got out of control, because my life sucked at that time, bad things always happened to me, I would always go to YouTube as a coping mechanism. I would scroll through the latest videos. I would just go and keep scrolling and scrolling, watching video after video until I felt a tiny bit better. Until it numbed the emotions a little bit. One day, I came home after school on the verge of tears. Today was especially bad. I remember this day clearly, where I went on YouTube as usual and I searched up how to become emotionless on the search bar. 13-year-old me, severely depressed. Well, after I searched that up, I got some stupid video like, oh, to become emotionless, you gotta feel your emotions to actually get rid of them. You gotta feel your emotions first, or else you're gonna be stuck with them forever. Like, wow, much help. Well, that was pretty stupid. And it went on like this until I found a book which told me the secret to control your emotions. To control your emotions in your life so you can live a happier life. You don't have to suffer anymore. This book, it talked about the secret to controlling your emotions, and that was journaling. When you think of journaling, probably the first thing that comes to your mind is like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or Dark Diaries or like a book similar to that where you just like spill all your feelings, write about like your day, write about who you like and who you don't like, and just like write down all your secrets in this inanimate book. Seems kind of boring. Well, this type of journaling isn't like that. It's not like dorky or anything. This type of journaling is called shadow work. Spooky name, I know, but it has nothing to do with demons or anything like that. A simple explanation of shadow work is just that you're writing down all the negative emotions that you have, all the out of control emotions you have. And what we're going to do is that we're going to find the root cause. Because once you find the root cause, that tiny little root cause, why you're feeling all these emotions, the tiny actual reason why you're feeling it, you could fix it. You could just like make it disappear. And once you do that, congratulations, you leveled up. You could control your emotions more and it won't affect you again. The same thing, it's not going to affect you again because you found the root cause and you're leveling up. I used to like this boy. Let's just call him S for now. And we were on good terms. We were really good friends. But whenever he would talk to other girls, other people, I just felt so triggered and annoyed and uncomfortable and really, really, really jealous. And these emotions were really overwhelming. So I decided to like journal about it. I wrote about how I was feeling, how I was so jealous and I wish he didn't talk to any girls. And I asked myself why. Why am I feeling jealous? And from somewhere within me, the answer came up. I'm afraid. I feel insecure that he would leave me for someone better than me. I feel like I'm not good enough for him. So I'm afraid that someone else will come up and snatch him away. Why am I afraid that someone will snatch him away? I don't want to feel alone again, I wrote down. I don't want to feel lonely. I don't want to feel abandoned and worthless and insecure. And once I found that reason, it wasn't like any of the girls' fault that I was feeling negative emotions. It wasn't like S's fault that I was feeling so jealous and uncomfortable when he talked to girls. It was mine. I was feeling insecure. I was the one who was causing these emotions to come up. And once I figured out that I was afraid of being lonely and once I was insecure, I worked on building up my confidence and giving myself the love and approval and validation, making myself feel safe and secure and know that I'm always loved and worthy, I built up my confidence and my self love to fix that. What would have happened if I just kept dealing with these emotions? What would have happened if I never wrote it down and found the real reason why? Probably my brain would have just kept on feeling jealous and uncomfortable and annoyed every time S talked to a girl. And I would get angry and maybe I would lash out at S. And our friendship that we had right now, it would have been severed. I would have done something stupid if I didn't figure out that it was my problem and started to love myself. Journaling is powerful if you want to get to know yourself better and be more self aware. Another reason I figured out why I was getting just so annoyed and angry at S for showing attention to other girls was because I put so much effort into our relationship. I was putting out so much love and affection, and I would buy us gifts and I would give him compliments and do all these things. But when he started to show attention to other girls, I felt like it was just a waste of my energy and effort. Once I figured that out, I decided, hey, hold on a minute. Why don't I just stop giving out love, hoping that S would give me love back in return? And I always see this with like so many girls, they fall into this trap. If they like a guy, they would put in so much effort and love and time, and they do all these things because they're hoping that that person would give them the love that they're giving out in return. They're doing all of that in the hope that one day that person would also love them in that way. No, girl, you can't do that. It's just gonna hurt you in the long run. And you're gonna feel so drained, putting out energy and energy and energy, but not getting anything back that you really want. So, what do? If you have a guy that you like, start to love and give out affection without expecting anything in return. Don't let people walk over you, but give out love, give out affection. Wait, this is actually getting a little sidetracked, but give out love and give out affection with an open heart. You're not going to expect anything from the other person, just expect that they'll give nothing back to you. But even though, would you still give out love and affection to them? Would you still do it because you like them a lot and you don't care if you want something back in return? If you feel that way, if you want to like give out love and kindness and attention to someone else, not expecting anything in return, but just because you want to and you like that person, then go for it. But don't do it because you just want them to give it back to you in the hope that they'll give it back to you one day as well. Our brains are stupid and they don't see sense. That's the truth. In a book called The Untethered Soul, wonderful book by the way, you should totally read it if you want to like understand how to find inner peace and control your emotions. It explains how like our emotions really quickly hop between one to another. Our opinions quickly change, our beliefs quickly change. For example, if you're waiting for someone to call you or text you back, you're probably gonna be so freaking bored while you're waiting for them. And while you're bored, you might have thoughts like, oh, why are they taking so long? Do they not even care about me? Seriously, they're so freaking annoying for doing this. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and the thoughts get louder in your brain. Your brain's like, ugh, this person is so freaking annoying and irresponsible. And it goes to all the memories where you guys, like, where they pissed you off. Like the last time you guys talked, they forgot to say bye. The last time you guys talked, they didn't smile at you. It goes to all the little things that keep pissing you off about this specific person. And when they do call you back, when they finally call you back, your brain lights up. You guys have a really good conversation. You guys talk well. They're really friendly with you. And after the call, your brain is just so happy. Like, oh my god, this person's so amazing. I love talking to this person. It's so fun. I'm so grateful to have an amazing person like this in my life. Huh? Like, literally, like 20 minutes ago, Your brain was just so annoyed at this person. But now suddenly, wow, this person's amazing, brilliant. You can't trust your brain with your emotions. That's why we gotta look at things logically and effectively on paper. That's why we journal, so we can analyze and observe the thoughts and emotions we're feeling, because our brain can't do that. Our brain is just too consumed and overwhelmed by emotion. It can't see sense or logic. It literally changes its opinion like 1,000 times in a second. Another inner work story I have, I felt like a person I was talking to, one of my friends, a really good, sweet girl, I thought she didn't like me. When we first met, she was really kind and open with me. As the days passed by, I felt like she didn't like me for some reason. I just got that vibe from her. So my emotions started acting up again. Like, oh my gosh, I feel so annoyed at her. Why won't she? Does she not like me? Is she just faking it? And whenever she talks to someone else, I get so annoyed. Like, oh my god, yeah, she doesn't like me. She probably likes this person and doesn't want to be friends with me. I wrote this all down on paper. When I asked myself the question, is this true? Is it genuinely true from a logical perspective? Not just like what my brain thinks. And I looked at her actions. Her actions were completely positive towards me. She was so open and positive. She would literally, she would buy me gifts. She would be considerate and thoughtful to me. She would include me in her conversation. She always had a smile when she approached me. After I wrote all those things down, I couldn't tell how I thought that she didn't like me for 1 second. Because all of her actions, 99% of her actions were really, really positive towards me. I had all of these things that were so positive and loving towards me. This is why you need shadow work. So you can stop letting your emotions control your life and control everything. You can see things from a logical perspective. You can fix things that you're having like problems within yourself. It's a great resource. It's a great, wonderful resource that transformed my life forever, and I hope it'll do the same for you. How do you do shadow work? First of all, grab a notebook and identify the things which cause you strong negative emotions. Strong negative emotions just come out of nowhere, and like you just can't stop thinking about it. It's stuck in your brain and it won't go away, and it's so annoying. Then congratulations. You have a trigger. These are called triggers, a strong negative emotion. You have a trigger, and you could fix that to become a better version of yourself that you can fix so it won't affect you anymore in your daily life. You could literally just like get rid of that specific trigger forever, that emotional trigger. How do you do this? Once you write your trigger down, just describe it, just vent for a bit. Vent and describe it and just like write about like how it's annoying you and disturbing you. Then ask yourself why questions. Why? The goal is to figure out a deep underlying reason why you feel that way. Why do you go down deeper and deeper into the emotion? Just keep asking why. Why do I feel that way? Why is it like this? Why is it true? Why did I do that? Why is it affecting me? Why does it make me sad? Why am I scared? Questions like that. Why questions? I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is gonna be freaking painful. So painful. I remember before I did like a shadow work, before I ever do shadow work, I'm always just like procrastinating on it for days because of how painful those emotions are to accept. You're gonna have to accept that you're feeling these terrible emotions, and you're gonna even have to write them down, which makes it so much worse. But I promise you, once you do and once you fix it, it's not going to bother you anymore in your life. You're going to be free. You're going to feel like a weight has been lifted off your chest. But if you don't deal with it, it's going to show up. Even if you bury it down deep inside of you and distract yourself from it, as life goes by, you're going to find another situation again. And another one, and another one, and another one, which causes you to feel that terrible emotion again. So, it's better to feel a little bit of pain right now while you're fixing it and fixing that emotion and finding the root cause to get rid of it than see it in the future. A couple of years ago, when I first started improving my emotions and improving my emotional intelligence, I had a lot of friends who were struggling with this at the same time. A lot of friends who were struggling with their emotions and they couldn't improve their life, they're unsatisfied. So I tried giving them advice. I would try giving them advice like what I learned because I was really happy now. I could fix my emotions and to handle them efficiently. So I tried to give them advice on how to do these things. I was so passionate and open, like, oh, you should totally do stuff like this. Try doing journal prompts, try doing shadow work, try journaling. It made my life so much better and it'll make yours better too. None of my friends did that. None of them actually did the advice I told them to. It was like they didn't care. And that pissed me off so much. A few years ago, that pissed me off so dang much. I was so angry and I was so mad at them for not taking my advice to improve their life. I wrote it all in my journal. I'm so upset my friends don't care about the advice I'm doing. And I asked myself, why? Why am I upset? Well, because the advice I'm giving, it can actually help them. And they constantly keep complaining about their problems. And I want them to actually just look for a solution instead of feeling so sad about their emotions. Why do I want them to find a solution for their life? Why do I want them to stop complaining? Because they're my... because I want to help them. I want to help my friends. Why do you want to help your friends? I ask myself that. I love them. I love my friends. I want to see them happy and living amazing lives and being so happy with themselves and living a good life. I don't want them to just keep struggling. I want them to improve. That was a core reason I found. The core reason I found for why I got so angry when my friends would not take my advice was because I love them. I didn't want them to suffer. I was doing it out of so much love. I got angry because of my love for them. When I figured that out, I had the most calming feeling wash over me. The most calming emotion wash over me. And all that anger disappeared. All that anger I had disappeared. And the next time I did try to give someone advice, sometimes I don't usually do it often. I don't just give my advice out for free. The next time I did do that, if they didn't take my advice, I would be satisfied with that. Okay, I love you, so I gave this advice, and I'm sorry, but I can't control you. And I never felt that emotion of anger again when someone didn't take my advice, because I knew the core reason why. To recap, how do you do shadow work? Write down all the emotions that are triggering you. Every single one of them. When you find something that triggers you, write it down and ask yourself why. Why? Deep questions, go deeper and deeper and deeper until you find that core reason why you're feeling that emotion. And sometimes it's not exactly a core reason. It's it can be a pretty shallow reason, but it's okay. And that's how you do it. That's basically how you do shadow work. It's not complicated, and it does require a little thinking and just like analyzing your emotions to get deeper and deeper. But once you do that, your life is going to change forever. Inner work has changed my life, and it's going to change yours too. I hope you like this video. Bye. Thank you for watching.